me snip this one in. Here we go. So the general idea here is you move from the smaller to the larger. So what I mean by that is you're deciding between 5h and 3h, which is smaller, which is larger. That's my question
Okay.
to you, which is smaller, which is larger.
Sorry, 3h is smaller.
Right. So you would move the smaller to the largest, you subtract 3h from both sides. 2h plus 3 equals 11, like that.
Okay, yeah.
And so now you just solve it the way you've always done. This is now a two-step equation. Could you attempt to solve this for us, please?
Yeah. I got 4, or
You
h
got
equals 4.
Yeah, you got h equals 4. Good. So you got to remember this: to move the smaller to the larger. That's the general strategy. That's something that you're going to use over and over again here. So let me give you a couple of problems to try, and you know, go ahead and work these out. And let me know if you have any questions here. It's kind of the same thing, just different numbers.
Okay.
So take a look at that, please.
I got j equals -12.
Okay. And that sounds pretty darn good. So the other thing we could do is check it with the numbers, but you probably move the 4j over. I'll just show you the work here. So that's 26 equals 50 plus 2j. Now you said 12 or -12.
-12.
Okay, so yeah, that is correct. J equals -12. Good. Okay, so the reason we have to know this strategy is because a lot of like problems end up defaulting to this new type. So I think we've done some problems with parentheses. We'll look at a couple of those next here. And the idea is that here you're going to first distribute this. You're going to first distribute the 3 to both terms on the left here. So it becomes 15c minus 12 equals 8c plus 2. And then I'll let you solve it from here. Okay, you have to
Okay, yeah.
move from one side to the other. You know, smaller to the larger is generally preferred. And I just keep that in mind here, whatever.
Okay. I got c equals 2.
Okay, so assuming you move the 8c over. Okay, so we get 7c minus 12 equals 2. Add 12 to both sides. 7c equals 14, divide by 7, and c equals 2. Good. Okay, so let me put a new problem in front of you just to see how you do here with this one.
Okay.
And we'll transition to some different stuff after this, but this is really good. Doing great. Got to be able to solve equations.
I got h equals -4.
Probably correct. Let me throw the steps in just in case you
Okay.
you want to look this later. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're really getting this down, and
Yeah,
now this is the hard part. Like, which is smaller, -6h or -4h? Now, if you do it wrong, meaning like you
I
don't move
did
from the small,
-6.
yeah, you add 6h to both sides. But let's just say
Yeah,
you went the other way, and let me just show you that here because you might as well see it. It's not wrong. It's just that there's a preferred way of doing it. Okay, -2h plus 12 equals 20. You're just going to get a different kind of second to last step. -2h equals 8. You probably got 2h equals -8. You still get the same answer of h equals -4. Is what you said there. Okay, is that all right?
yeah,
Great. Okay. The next type of problem that we're going to look at is clearing fractions. We kind
okay.
of did this the other day. It's like another, there's like 3 or 4 things we talked about the distributive property, which is parentheses. There is the combining like terms. There is the I want to say this. There's the what we just did there. The sorry, I just lost my track of thought.
You're good.
Moving smaller to larger. And then kind of the last thing here is fractions or even decimals. They're essentially the same. You just have to do it. So when you look at this, you have to find what's called the least common multiple of 3 and 4. 3 and 4. So the two fractions. So do you remember how to find the least common multiple?
Um, I kind of forgot.
Okay, that's fair. There's no like not judging at all. So there's kind of this algorithmic way to do it, which is you build a factor tree of 3, which is 3 and 1 or just 3. 4 is 2 and 2. And you kind of grab, okay, there's a 3, there's a 2, and there's a 2 because they're all different. If there was overlap, like let's say there's a 3 over here on the right, you would only use one of the 3s, but this ends up being 12. Okay. So the least common multiple ends up being 12. So you multiply this equation, left and right, by 12. Multiply this by 12, you multiply this by 12. So it ends up being 12m plus 8 equals 3m minus 12. So take a look at that. Make sure you're comfortable with how I got that, especially the ones where you're multiplying the fractions. It's
Wait,
better to,
can you scroll up again?
sure,
Okay, wait.
it's the same problem. I just copying it down.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we got so multiplying everything by 12. M times 12 is 12m. 12 times 2/3 is 8. 12 times 1/4 is 3m. 12 times -1 is -12. And what I'm trying to get at here is you divide before you multiply. So for example, 12 times 2/3, it's better to take 12 and divide it by 3, which is 4, and then multiply that by 2, which ends up being 8, rather than 12 times 2, which is 24, divided by 3, which is still 8. The reason is the numbers get smaller when you divide. So if it divides evenly, which we believe to be the case here, you would then want to um, divide before multiplying. So I don't know, is that enough explanation?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do here is solve this. I don't know if you get a
Okay,
fraction
okay.
or not, so just keep that in mind. You might get a fractional answer. I don't
All
know.
right. Okay, I got 2.2.
Okay, so you did get a fractional answer then. So you might have gotten something like, let's see, you got 9 because you subtracted 3m, so you get 9m subtract 8 equals minus 20. Do you mean negative 2.2?
Oh yeah.
So this is preferred. The improper fraction is preferred, not the decimal approximation.
Okay, yeah.
And if you're not sure what I mean by that, let me know. I'll try to clarify. But that's really important that you remember that they are okay with decimal answers. They're
Okay,
totally
yeah.
okay with that. All right. Any questions on that before we move on to another example, or maybe have you try one here?
Um, no, I'm okay for
Okay.
it now.
Let's try something a little easier. Actually, yeah. Well, actually, there's another primary I can have you try. I can get my snipper to work. Uh-oh. What's going on here? All right. Looks like my screen might have froze up a little bit. Are you able to see my screen now? Or not?
Um, it's still the same for me.
Yeah. There's some. Whoa. Sorry, I was about to. There's something going on. I don't know why it's taken so long here. Ah, apologize.
It's okay.
Technology. Let me go back. Gotta clear that. Hmm. Yeah, my memory just is spiking here.
You're good, don't worry.
All right, let's see if this. Yeah, totally. All right, just give me a few minutes here. Just to check back at
Okay, yeah.
125. If for something, if I can't get this resolved, I'll just restart the meeting. But
Okay.
go
All
ahead
right.
and just take a break here. Thank you.
Okay.